Liar.
Me?
Filthy liar.
I'm a truth specialist.
Truth specialist?
That's right.
You come up with that all by yourself?
No, I went to school for that title.
Tea, drink, smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy.
Truth specialist.
It's Liar's Bench. That is the cigar we are smoking today. I had not seen this brand before. I actually haven't seen it in many places. Caught it while I was on the road. There's a couple of different versions of Liar's Bench. They've got 3 different varieties, the Optimist, and they've got the Torchbearer. But this Fingers Malloy is the Silver Tongue.
The Silver Tongue.
The Silver Tongue.
Wow.
This, first of all, is a 6x54 Toro, which means it's 6 inches long. Always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 54. That's the diameter of the cigar, or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter. A 64 ring gauge would be a full 1 inch around. So it's a nice size stick. And we know that there's a huge move towards bigger ring gauge cigars. I'm here to tell you, you can do it if you like. I'm not going to judge. You smoke what you like. Do not deny the smaller ring gauges. 54 is not one of the smaller ring gauges. By the way, this is a Dominican Puro. Dominican in the wrapper, binder, and the filler. You can find more about this at liarsbenchcigars.com. And I will tell you, first of all, and when I do say it is Dominican throughout, it's a Dominican Corojo in the wrapper. It's a Dominican Habano in the binder. And then it's Dominican filler. It is a very unique color because while it's paler than a lot of the other cigars in the brown, it's lighter. It has maybe a slight freckling of black, a little bit of oil, and it's almost like the look is really kind of, to me, old school. Like you don't see this kind of style of cigar, this coloring of cigar in everything. I think for some people, they'll be like, wait, it's not dark enough. It's not rich enough. Don't make that mistake. I think it's absolutely going to be. There's a nice little bit of oil on this too.
Yeah, looking at it, if you would have handed this to me, I would have said, is it Connecticut Curious?
Right. Oh, no, I would say it's darker than that. I think Connecticut would be much more in those tans and things like that.
Yeah, I would think it's like slightly darker than a Connecticut. That's why I was saying it was Connecticut Curious.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you lying?
No, I'm a truth specialist.
See? That was a callback, kids. Also, a very slight pigtail. Sometimes you'll see on the cap, that's where you cut from. This little kind of curly Q thing there. That's the pigtail. And the thought process there is that when, in the field or you're at work, you don't have a cutter with it. You just bite it right off. This one would be a hard one to bite off. I'm going to try and pull that off, Fingers Malloy.
Opa.
Yeah, that's not going to. I'm cutting the damn thing. There are some people who tell you that you have to bite a cigar off. That's the way to have a cigar. And to Guy Fieri, you're doing fine work in cigars and you've been great for the industry and absolutely love you for it. But you're wrong. You're wrong. There are a lot of ways to get to Flavor Town. That's all I'm saying. You've been great for the industry. Adore what you're making there with the cigars there, with Knuckle Sandwich and everything else. But you don't have to bite off the end of the cigar. You can absolutely get yourself a cutter and get yourself a good one. Get one that may cost you a couple bucks. You want a blade that works and slice it. Did this one on a slight bias here. Cut it a little bit on an angle, which is an acceptable way to do things for sure. This is, I don't know if it's beefy, but it definitely has a hand feel to it.
Yeah, I would. It's beefy curious.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, boy. Everything is curious today. Yeah, there is a little bit of heft to it. I angered the foot a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
You angered the foot?
I angered the foot just a
little. Did your cigar have gout? You angered the foot?
Angered the foot a little bit. But I've been smoking this now for about 5 minutes. And right off the light, got a nice bit of cedar and some spice. And it's been nice.
You cut from the cap end, you light from the foot end. That's how it goes. When he says he angered the foot, he angered where he was lighting from.
Yeah, it's flaring up right now. Like the cigar gout. But other than that, things are delightful.
Now that I hear it out loud, that's a really ugly way to describe it. We should never do that again.
cigar gout.
That's the worst kind of gout. Ask Meemaw.
Is angered the foot okay though?
Yeah, angered the foot, I think, is good. I actually saw them open for Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Nice.
Back in '93.
They're the best wet sprocket.
The cigar is tightly packed. I think it's a little too wound tight for me. So I'm doing what Fingers Malloy would refer to as the old pinch and roll.
The old pinch and roll.
Thumb and forefinger. You're just moving the cigar back and forth. It's like a little bit of pinching here and there, right? You want to kind of break open the tobacco so you can get a good draw. You're getting good airflow, good combustion, but you don't want to go so hard in pressing on it that you crack the wrapper, because that will change, well, how you're able to smoke the cigar for sure. And this is a good way to do this. You said cedar off the quick.
Yeah. And then a nice bit of spice that sticks with you. It goes into almost the back of the throat.
Well, it's interesting. You're dealing with a Corojo and a Habano. So the idea of spice and a pepper spice is there. Yeah, I don't know how I am. First of all, it's spicy. So that would lead you to a wood. That would lead you to a cedar, at least in my view. But then it does sustain. So I don't know. I would say more spicy than white pepper, because white pepper is what I describe as bouncing off the tongue and around the top of the mouth and that palate there. So I'll stick with where you're at with the cedar right now.
Well, I'll tell you, the cedar was right at the light. Now that I've been at this now for a good,
6.5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been counting.
The cedar has subsided a little bit, and that spice has really picked up, which, again, no complaints.
Why would you complain?
Because some people like to complain, especially when people doubt whether they're a truth specialist.
Listen, I don't doubt whether you're a truth specialist. No, wait. I don't doubt that you told everybody you're a truth specialist. You see?
Wow.
That part I did not doubt for a second. Liar's Bench, Liars, liarsbenchcigars.com. This is the silver tongue. You want to take your cigar and break it up into thirds. First third, second third, final third. Grab your notebook. What'd you eat today? What did you drink today? The weather all has an effect on palate. Crazy storms in the Midwest, where we are in central Indiana. Crazy flooding. Hope everybody's been okay from that. And then write down the flavors you get in the cigar in each third. And then when you try the cigar a month from now, 6 months from now, whatever it is, you do that again. You write it in your notebook. You check your notes, get an idea of your through line. Where are you with the flavors of this cigar? I haven't had this one yet. I did have the Optimist about a month or so ago. This is the Silver Tongue from liarsbenchcigars.com. I have an issue with how it's rolled. It's just a little too tightly packed for me. I'm going to do some things to try and make that work out, but you're not having any issue.
No, other than, like I said, I angered the foot a little bit.
Oh, did it crack?
Yes,
it cracked. These things happen. Don't let it drive you crazy. We're going to check the cigar. Is it in our humidor? You'll find out soon. So Fingers Malloy comes to me and says, Tony, I have got a great dessert for you. Oh, do I have a treat for you. You're going to love this dessert. Hey, Tony. He says to me, Fingers Malloy, he says to me, Hey, Tony. Do you like Greek yogurt?
Huh?
Yeah, that's whatever this is. It isn't dessert. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Be a part of the nation that we are building, Eat, Drink, Smoke Nation at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. You brought this up last week, and I don't know why you thought this was a good idea, because you have a 2-pound vat of Greek yogurt. You have a package of vanilla Jell-O mix and some apple pie filling in a can.
Yes. As you know, Tony, I have one of my passions in life
right.
is monitoring social media outrage.
That is. You've told me that many times.
But sometimes in between the outrage, you get dessert tips.
Was that right?
Yes. And this dessert has been sweeping the nation, Tony. Sweeping the nation. People
you
are
mean sweeping TikTok?
Yes. They're Greek yogurt crazy. And so what this is it's the pie filling Greek yogurt dessert. Now, a lot of people have been using.
That's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
Cake is a dessert. Cookie is a dessert. Tartlet, dessert.
It's for people who want to pack their dessert full of protein, and yet have it still be low calorie.
What if I want to pack my dessert full of dessert?
Well, then you're out of luck.
Damn it.
So anyway, this came up, and I tried it, and I thought it was a really good substitute for ice cream.
Really?
Yes. So, unfortunately, and you've got the macros, and by the way, this is going to be my new passion.
Counting macros?
Yes. Before I used to, about 2 years ago, I used to like to annoy people by letting them know whether I got my steps in or not for the day. Just putting it on social media. Didn't get my steps in today. Now, everything, in fact, I'm surprised I haven't started asking you about the macros on the cigars. Say, what are the macros?
I'm not indulging this with you.
Oh, okay.
So here's what he's got. He is going to combine right now, and we have all the videos there at eatdrinksmokeshow.com and on the YouTube channel. Just look for Eat Drink Smoke, Instagram, Eat Drink Smoke Podcast. He has got is that 2 pounds? Is that 2 pounds?
32 ounces.
That would be 2 pounds.
Yes,
16
sir.
ounces is a pound, 32 ounces and of the fage fajita. By the way, is there like a covering on that right now? Or is there no?
No, those are prizes.
Okay. No, there is a covering on that. There was totally a covering on that.
There's not.
There was a plastic lining.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is.
He just dumped it right into this thing that he's got. This is looking fantastic.
I'm surprised you couldn't tell.
You are the Chef Boyardee. Look, it's at the end. It's at the bottom of the canister. You've got, and the yogurt's now on the floor. He is dumping ever so graciously 2 pounds of Greek yogurt into a Tupperware container. It's rectangular with tall sides. So you saw this and you said, I have to be a part of this, or I have to try it?
I have to try this because if you compare the nutritional information with this and other, let's say, ice cream and stuff, this has got way less calories than ice cream. And the other thing is it satiates you because of the protein and how heavy this is. You don't need nearly as much of this as you know, a lot of times you'll eat a whole pint of ice cream. You're still hungry. You don't need that with this.
So you got the Greek yogurt, which is 450 calories.
Yes.
For all that?
Yes. Well, that's what
it says.
Yes, 450.
It says.
Oh, now you're interested.
Now you're adding the Jell-O packet.
Yes.
The vanilla pudding Jell-O packet.
Now this is sugar-free Jell-O.
Yeah, of course it's sugar-free.
Pudding.
Sugar-free Jell-O pudding. Just
So
adding
you
that
add
in there.
that in there.
My God, who taught you how?
This is
Oh my God.
this is how we made it in the old country.
You have no idea how to rip something open. Even I don't. Oh, it's everywhere. He just got it everywhere. My gosh.
So then I folded that in.
My studio looks like John Belushi's hotel room at the Chateau Marmont.
Too soon.
Oh, but a
Too
Chateau Marmont
soon.
reference. Yeah, try and get that from Call Her Daddy. So he's mixing this together. Now, the sugar-free vanilla pudding is 80 calories. And then he's going to add a can. This comes from the fine people at the Kroger supermarkets. A 20-ounce can of apple pie filling and topping. Wait a second. Topping? What do you mean topping?
Yeah, it's a topping.
It's a filling.
I don't know. Here's what I know.
Oh, it's pie filling and topping.
Yes.
Like if you want to put it on top of ice cream. Got it. It holds about. So you are now folding it in.
So what this does, it's vanilla pudding added to the flavorless Greek yogurt. So it adds a little bit of vanilla flavor to it. Now, here's what stinks. Is the grocery store I went to, which we've identified at this point as Kroger, they did not have no sugar added pie filling.
Right.
So there's a significant difference in sugar, obviously, and carbs. This is going to have a lot more sugar, a lot more carbs than the stuff I wanted to use. But when I'm done with this and you lift the container, you better watch your biceps because
Okay.
this thing weighs about 35 pounds.
So this has 7 servings in it. This can of apple pie filling serves 7, serves 1.
There it is.
And it's 100 calories per serving. So we're adding the 700 calories in there, which gives us a total for the whole bowl of 1,230 calories.
Yes, but now if I believe you have the numbers, if this would have been the no sugar added
The
pie
no
filling,
sugar added pie filling, it would have been 740 calories. So you would have saved roughly 14 million calories.
But think about that for a second. This is 14 pounds of dessert. And if it would have been the no sugar added pie filling, it only would have been 700 calories. Really, 500.
It's based
30.
on Greek yogurt.
Uh-huh.
How can I be happy with this?
Do you hate Greek yogurt?
Do I hate Greek yogurt? Yes.
Can I listen? Being I'm a truth specialist, ladies and gentlemen, I brought this up a week ago. And Tony was like, "Oh, sure. Yeah. Love to try
Absolutely.
it. Oh, sure."
I wanted to see how you were going to do this.
Now, I think that
That looks well incorporated.
thank you.
Now, do you want me to open the...
Oh, yes, please do.
Okay, good. Now, the secret to healthy cooking is smoking a cigar while you then work with the food. Also, don't forget to use a cigar when dealing with raw chicken. Oh, that's the sound of freshness right there. As
Oh,
I
I forgot to. I was gonna, when I open this to see if it was fresh, I was gonna yell "Opa" on the Greek yogurt. See
All
what
right, give me
I-
that. Here, let me give that.
Yeah,
Put that
that's-
in there in this
is-
garbage, in our garbage can right there. All right, so that's gelatinous.
Oh, look at that.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do the
Yeah.
honors.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna do the honors
Oh,
right
see,
there.
the apple. Look at
And it's
that.
you got. By the way, we have video of the whole thing. It's
Should I go like
it's just not. Oh, there. Oh, it's even making the sound coming out of the can. Oh, that's fantastic. Looks like Thanksgiving. So you're telling me that when I eat this, what is the flavor I'm going to get? I've got Greek yogurt, which is really kind of flavorless. I've got vanilla pudding.
Mm-hmm.
I've got apple. So what am I supposed to get? Is it supposed to be apple pie?
I feel like apple pie a la mode.
That's what it's going to feel like.
Yes, except with a lot less calories.
Now,
It doesn't go straight to your thighs.
fingers, I need to ask a question.
Hurry.
It may, you know what? I'll wait. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Desserts in the freezer.
Yeah, I think I got some Greek yogurt in my ear.
That's you're doing it. You're doing it wrong. We're smoking the Liar's Bench. This is known as the Silver Tongue 6x54 cigar. Dominican puro, by the way. Corojo wrapper, Habano in the binder, Dominican in the filler. I will admit that it's I've had to touch it up a couple times, but I think I'm starting to get somewhere with it. Mine's just it's a little tightly wrapped, which can happen from time to time. And the flavor on this thing, you are right, big on spice, kitten. Big on spice. You think the wood has subsided. I think the wood is part of the reason for the spice. I'm searching for whether or not there is a creamier undertone. If there's something nut related or like a vanilla cream, almost a custard that's underneath that, because I would picture the spice to be stronger. And it's very pronounced. It's not actually my thing. I mean, this is top of the tongue, back of the tongue. This is in the throat in terms of this spice, which is not the everyday. Liar's Bench is the name of it. LiarsBenchCigars.com. I don't know what that other flavor is just yet.
That spice to me has really intensified, and it's all over the mouth. And at first it was just hitting me. I mentioned at the beginning of the show in the back of the throat. Now it's all over the place. That cedar, to me, the wood has subsided a little bit for me. And I'm not getting a whole heck of a lot more than that. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if this would be an everyday smoke for me, but depending on what you're going to tell me as far as a price point, I'll just leave it there until I find out how much it is.
Fingers Malloy, is this in your humidor? The Liar's Bench Silver Tongue for $13.50 a stick.
Yeah, I'd probably have one of these in my humidor once a month.
Yeah, I'm a no. I already know that I'm a no. It's just not my flavor profile.
No.
This is not where I live and breathe. I can excuse having an issue with the light of the cigar and the burn of the cigar. I have tried from them. I believe I tried the Optimist on this brand, and that I enjoyed. I thought the Optimist smoked well. I thought it played well. It's also a San Andreas wrapper, so it's a little bit more of that chocolatey, sweeter kind of thing. Dominican, the binder, the filler, so pulling out those spicier elements, more where I live and breathe. Just if I'm going to play in Habano space, we just did a month of Habanos. Plenty of other things I would play with. So I like the brand. Interesting brand. I like the brand. They do 3 cigars. I like the fact that they're not trying to do too much, right? And they offer it up in the simple vitolas, right? They've got a size for each of them. This one is not mine. The Silver Tongue is not mine.
So let me ask you this: when it comes to your strategy for filling,
divide and conquer,
for filling a humidor,
yeah,
you and I both agree on.
I didn't. You mentioned filling a humidor. I placed an order.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Daddy did. I believe I ordered 150 cigars. I believe. I wrote a check. I also took out a second mortgage, and it was worth it. Oh,
okay.
Oh, in about a week, should be about a week, the humidor is going to be luscious.
Nice.
And I'm not done. Not done at all.
You already have quite a selection as it is.
I'm preparing for winter. It is coming,
That's true.
Before we know it, there'll be hibernation, there'll be snow on the ground, and there will you and I be, Fingers Malloy, smoking away with cigars of our choosing, going,
It'll be raining cigars and Greek yogurt.
That's weird.
But what I was going to ask you is, you and I agree on a lot when it comes to cigars. Like you and I both love a Cameroon wrapper.
Agreed.
But when it comes to a curveball, something that normally does not play in the world that you like to play in when it comes to cigars, something like this. Do you like to have something in the humidor that switches things up? Or do you always like to stay in your lane and say, okay, I only like this flavor profile and I don't like to venture away enough to where I would have it stocked in my humidor?
That's a super question. Because if the way I take that question is, do you utilize your humidor as a way of testing and building your palate?
Yeah.
I have the show for that. So when I get things for the show, it's about trying all sorts of things. Because we get to do what we do, and by the way, it's the greatest gig of all time. Because we get to do what we do, I very much feel that my humidor is for the other times. I will admit that I probably have, and you probably have, a more expansive palate than others because we try 52 different cigars a year. We've been doing this now 7 years.
8.
I can't believe that's crazy. Never mind all the other stuff we smoke outside of this. So with that, my humidor is based on where I want to be.
Okay.
Right? Some slight variations. Certainly I look for rare. I look for odd. I look for interesting. I don't look for collectibles. Like I don't collect. I do have some cigars that I have aged myself. Like I have boxes and I'm down to only like 3 right now. I have boxes that I bought 3 years ago. They're still in there. I'm just not ready for them yet. The moment will come and I will participate in those then. But my humidor is about where I want to be. Mm-hmm. There is a section of the humidor for the things that I'm going to try, but I want to grab the places that I've learned I really like, I've been able to experience, and that's what I want.
Which makes sense because it's an investment. You know, so to buy a bunch of cigars that may not normally be in your wheelhouse as far as a flavor profile, I can understand where you're like, yeah, you know what, I don't want to do that because, I was talking about it with a guy today. There was a tray of cupcakes on the table,
Ooh.
and he took one bite of the cupcake, and he's like, this is kind of mediocre, and he tossed it out. And I always, when I'm in a situation where it's a cigar or if it's a cupcake, it's like, this isn't my thing. I'll probably finish it. I see you would put it like I have no interest in finishing this because why would I waste my time?
It would really have to be off-putting for me to not do that. Where I have found myself saying I'm not smoking this is when I can't keep it lit.
Yeah,
I was gifted a cigar the other day. I was gifted a very nice cigar the other day, and I got not through the first third, and I said we're done here and gone. And if that cigar cost possibly somewhere between $50 and $100, oh well. I was not going to fight through this. I wasn't going to do that to myself at all. The lounge is for trying things new, and certainly you should buy things and take them home and you want to try something new. Oh, I'm not opposed to that. But is the vast majority of my humidor things that are new? No, the vast majority of my humidor is the things that I found through smoking things where I want to be.
That's fair.
Absolutely what I want. I'm glad you said it's fair. Can I describe for a moment that is the most awful expression Gen Z has ever inflicted upon any generation ever? That's fair.
I've been saying that before Gen Z existed.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I haven't.
Are you or are you not a truth specialist? I've never heard you say that's fair in all my life. I've known you for at least 3 hours now.
You've never heard me say that?
Never once.
Oh, that's fair.
No, you don't get to do that. Apologize. You don't get me to be honest so you can be set up for the joke. Ha ha, tee, joke's on Tony.
On Tony?
I've never heard you say that in my life.
Well, to be fair, you only listen to me about 15% of the time.
Also, I've never heard you say to be fair. No.
Did Gen Z come up with that too?
No. That was Letterkenny. But I have heard you say that. No, the expression, oh, that's fair. Oh, I like Gen Z, but that, ugh.
I'll make a note of it.
Oh, will you now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go to war on this. Now, I know we're supposed to do news of the week, guys, but there is a story that is just ripping apart social media. And on behalf of Fingers Malloy, allow me to say, it's the dumbest story out there. And once you hear this story and you hear some of the responses, you will realize that social media is a disease. And if you're on social media, get off social media. If you've never been on social media, you're safe. And as for me, I can't stop with the replies. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. And that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. It is a dumpster fire. It is ridiculous. Everybody is angry. And this is a connection between culture and sports and political that no matter how you feel about the president of the United States, this response is flat out dumb.
What I take from all this is Tony is finally starting to understand my love for monitoring social media outrage.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We are monitoring social media outrage right here. And the story is about Pat McAfee, the sports entertainer, podcaster, radio host, and the president of the United States, Donald Trump. So there's an event in Ohio, the Patriot Games. I had not really heard of the Patriot Games before. It's a celebration of youth sports, is what it is. It's a celebration of youth sports, and it's a big event. And Pat McAfee was invited to be there. President Trump attended. And so they're sitting in the front, and they were actually seated next to each other. Pat McAfee is a star. President Trump is the president. Now, I didn't ask anybody what they think of his politics, what you think of war, or anything else. He attends sporting events everywhere. Football games, UFC, they have the fight at the White House. It's his thing, and he's the president, and you were seated next to him, and Pat McAfee sat next to him and was smiling because Pat McAfee does that. Pat McAfee wasn't wearing a suit and a tie and pretending to be anything he wasn't. He was wearing a t-shirt and a hat turned around backwards like he was over the top Sylvester Stallone.
Because, let's be honest, looking at Pat McAfee and his career over the past 15 years, he should be very happy to be Pat McAfee.
Yeah, life's good. Life's good. He has built something out of control, 100%. So Pat McAfee sits with the president. The online vitriol, whether it be from the bots or people who are just unable to disconnect from anger. Pat McAfee, this is disgusting. How, you have daughters. How can you do this? They're calling the president all sorts of names, all of which are radically unfounded. They have become this kind of cause celeb in statements and not factual. We can break it down any which way you like. Going after him, you're going to find out. Like threats, accusations of, what was it, being a racist?
Yeah.
Was that one of them? Like Pat McAfee may now sue somebody for this. People are out of their heads about this. Now, we should let it be known that the Fingers and I know each other from the world of conservatism. We both come from the world of political commentary. We have done a million conventions together. We have done shows together, all sorts of things. The reason we started Eat, Drink, Smoke was to have a way of moving out of the politics, escaping it, because it can get nutty. And people have gotten crazier and crazier, and with all due respect, dumber. Far dumber, where there is no thought, but rather there is only Pavlovian response, reaction. If you see this, you say that. If you see this, you do that. It's nonsense. Fingers, we have tried very hard not to be political on the show. We talk about things that are happening, right? We'll talk about the markets. We'll talk about tariffs. We'll talk about all sorts of things. But we don't engage in politics. I don't need to engage in politics here. But rather, we both had the same response. And I would say that maybe in my younger days, I had a bad response. I haven't had this response, a bad response on this in years. I did not vote for Barack Obama. I didn't do it. I don't agree with Barack Obama, the former president, on near anything. I actually once wrote for a website called Barack Obama Must Not Win. Right? And I was arguing the policy issues, never the guy. I didn't know the guy. I never talked to him about, I talked about him as a husband, as a father, none of that kind of stuff. That was none of my concern. I'm discussing policy here. But you said something that I had actually discussed on my nationally syndicated radio show, Tony Katz Today. Look for it. And it was about you at a football game.
Yeah, absolutely. If I were at a football game and for some crazy reason I had the invitation, the opportunity to sit next to Barack Obama at a football game and have a beer with him and enjoy a football game, or Joe Biden, of course I would say yes. My God, these were presidents of the United States. I would say, and Donald Trump, same thing with him. Sit down. I would be fascinated to talk to Barack Obama about not the political aspect of being president of the United States. I would just like to know some of the crazy stories about being president of the United States and find out how much he would share with me. I would enjoy that. You can do one or two things. You could sit around and be bitter. And man, there's a lot of bitterness to go around in the country today. Or you could sit back for a second, take a breath and say, okay, my goodness, this person is clearly not my cup of tea politically and may have said a lot of nasty things about people who voted against him, or you go into a whole string of things that could make you angry. It's the president of the United States. This is madness. You can't set aside your feelings about a person's politics for one night, or you can't set aside a person sitting next to that person, just automatically paint them with a broad brush and sign them off of your life and not respect them because they spent not even an evening, a few hours sitting next to someone who you politically disagree with. This is madness. And I don't see any way how this country is going to heal and unite in any way. This seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. And you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said it's social media.
Oh, absolutely.
the social media is making all of this 100 times worse.
For those people angry at Pat McAfee, and I don't know Pat McAfee, and we all live in the same town. I have never, I think I was once at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and he walked by. I've never met the dude a day in my life. We don't travel in the same circles. I do a much different kind of show than him. Fine by me. I can clearly remember, I believe it was the funeral. It was a service for Jimmy Carter, the former president, at the National Cathedral. And former presidents are there and vice presidents are there. And I think this is who it was for. And there was Barack Obama sitting next to Donald Trump. And they were talking.
Yeah.
And Barack Obama was kind of smiling. No one said of Barack Obama, you're this, you're that, you're terrible, how dare you, blank you and blank this and blank your kids. No one.
No. But this is what I love about this show and what I love about the Cigar Lounge is because this is an escape. The Cigar Lounge is an escape. You can have a plumber sitting next to a lawyer. You can have a Democrat sitting next to a Republican. And everyone can kind of at least come together for a little bit to enjoy a cigar and relax. And I think we need more of that. Less of this, you know, I used to mock people that would say, I deleted all the social media apps from my phone. They're the smart ones.
They're geniuses. Your politics are not supposed to be your identity. They're not supposed to be your religion. They're not supposed to take the place of your soul. That isn't how it's supposed to work. And the people doing that are messed up people. They're destroying themselves. And sadly, they're trying to take us down with it. That's not going to be the way it works. Sometimes you have to go back to basics. And sometimes you go back to basics because you found something on sale. That's what we're doing. It's been a long time. Welcome home, Granddad. Tea, drink, smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy, and this right here is the Granddaddy. This is actually the bourbon that we have really utilized as a type of baseline for what old school basic bourbon should be. This is Old Granddad 114. Coming in at 114 proof. All the applause from Fingers Malloy. He applauds anything over 100 proof. 63% corn, 27% rye, 10% malted barley. This is it. This is the baseline right here.
I feel like they should send us this stuff by the crate. We have been talking about Old Granddad 114 for 8 years, it feels like, because, you know, it hits all the notes that you would like. Plus, you know, I am the bargain guy.
Yep.
We have had bourbon samples that for a bottle could be over $200. This, you got at Costco. And I know how much you paid for it. How much did you pay for it, Tony?
I paid $19.99.
Here's what I love about it.
Yes, I did.
You're a bourbon drinker. You can drink it neat. You like it. It hits the spot. If you got a friend come over, you have a friend that comes over and says, you know what? I would like a bourbon and Coke. Hey, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Knock yourself out.
$20 a fifth. Okay. No problem at all. I didn't spend $200 on this bottle. I love it. Go ahead. You get your nose in it. You tell me.
Let's start with the nose. What? Are you not nosing?
Huh? I can smell it from here.
Is that right? There it is. There it is. It's easy. It's simple. It is there. You want caramel. It is there. You want oak. It is there. Basic, simple, direct, focused, easy. No, it's 114 proof. Not 100% easy, but it is indeed easy. The color on that is right on. That's what you think of as a bourbon coloring. A little bit copper, a little bit orange right there. You know that it's got a little bit of seasoning to it. It's had some time in the barrel. Easy, nice, and no ethanol.
That's the thing, right?
Now, I wonder if that's us getting better at this. Would we have years past said that there's a bit of ethanol, a bit of sting on the nose, but there is none, kitten.
No, I don't believe so. And we have... Oh.
What'd you do?
Oh, drat.
You took the band off the cigar and it ripped part of the wrapper on the liar's bench, which is what we're smoking.
It's considered good luck in Latvia.
Right. So a little spit on the
between the old
on the thumb. Yeah. Little bend it over. Next thing you know, repair done. Ugh. It's like plastic surgery for your cigar.
You know, and I know we're getting sidetracked here. At one point, I thought we saw a product that was like cigar glue.
Oh, I have some.
Have you ever used it?
I've never used it. It's like you with an eyedropper. I've never used a cigar.
How dare you? By the way, I found them finally.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'll bring them next week.
Okay, truth specialist. As you refer to yourself as a truth specialist. Fingers Malloy, are you ready for this?
Tony, I've been ready for this all day.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers Malloy is doing what is known as the Kentucky Chew, moving the juice around the palate, getting an idea for the flavors. The first, I'm a believer in the 2 sips methodology. The first sip to set the taste buds, the second sip to really get an idea of the flavors. Fingers doesn't do that because he's all man.
Okay. The caramel that you got on the nose, it's there. The oak is there. There's a bit of spice as well. It is, to me, the sting. You're like, oh, okay, that's the 114 I was looking for. But it doesn't burn. You don't get that warmth. It's just a nice hit of maybe a little bit of the sting from the 114, but then also that spice. I love the stuff.
I'm going in, old granddad, 114. Here we go.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's doing what we like to call the Saginaw Swish, the Memphis Munch.
Yeah, I did forget that sting right there, didn't I? The flavor's there.
Yeah.
The flavor is just there. It's got the right level of sweetness. There is a little bit of citrus going on. There's a touch of vanilla. I think that's the sweetness. The oak is there. I'm going back in.
Oh, look at you. Now he's doing what he likes to call the 2 sips methodology. Let me get that out.
I'm sorry, what now?
The 2 sip methodology.
A little bit of cinnamon on the finish. It just works. Now I've gotten better at this because it doesn't hit as hard as it used to. Yeah, this is, and I know people are going to say, well, what about Woodford? What about this, that, and the other? I'm not saying no. I like Woodford. The double oaked is absolutely in my liquor cabinet at all times. But this, no, most people are going to find this at like $30, $35 a bottle. That's where the price is. But I have seen it on sale numerous times. Costco did have it at, I think it was $19.99. Yes, it's in your liquor cabinet. It is the standard as we see it here at Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Now, for me, this is all about the combination of the flavor profile and the price point.
Right.
Like you said, it was less than $20 when you got this. I see it at liquor stores all the time for less than $25 for a fifth.
Is that right?
Yes. But by the way, I don't know if you've been noticing this, the amount of bourbon that is on sale at liquor stores, it's absolutely insane, some of the prices I'm seeing now.
The market is different, and it is soft, and there is a glut of stuff, and habits have changed, and there's an economic reality to what's going on in the country right now. Let's not deny that. Most of this is cultural, though, with younger generations not drinking, GLP-1s and people drinking less, moving into things like gummies and things like that. So finding other avenues. This is it. This is 1,000% the basic. Fingers Malloy, do I have to ask if it's in your liquor cabinet?
It is in my liquor
cabinet. Are you taking this bottle home with you?
If you let me, sure. But here's the thing that I've been noticing. I've never been one to, like, if you watch Eat, Drink, Smoke on YouTube, find it, just search Eat, Drink, Smoke on YouTube. You can kind of see the table where we do the show. Tony has probably 50 different bottles on the table right now. I've never been one to have a huge collection. Like, I'll go to buy something and I'll think to myself, like, right now I've probably got 25 bottles of bourbon at home. So it's
nice.
really, I'm very happy with that. It's hard for me to pull the trigger when I know I've got so much bourbon at home that I haven't even cracked a lot of these bottles. I know that's odd for a lot of people because bourbon drinkers, for a lot of them, are just collectors, and they will, if they see a bottle on sale, doesn't matter how many bottles they have at home, they're going to buy it.
Yeah,
I'm not like that. Are you?
No, not at all. Not at all. The bottles I have on the table, I gave away half the bottles. Literally gave one person like 30 bottles to start their home bar. They just moved into a new place.
Nice.
Oh, great American.
It's true.
The old granddad was not given. The old granddad stays right where it is. But if you want it, Fingers, you can have it. So Fingers Malloy decided we needed to try a dessert. And he said, we're going to try some ice cream. I said, I love ice cream. He said, I made it with Greek yogurt. And I said, you're going to hell.
That's exactly how it went down.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. And that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. He's been looking at this recipe, and he found it on the TikToks or whatever he was doing when he, was monitoring, was it social media what?
Social media outrage.
And he came across this recipe for how you can have a protein-packed dessert that tastes just like apple pie a la mode. And it was Greek yogurt, 2 pounds, 1 package of vanilla Jello pudding mix, sugar-free Jello pudding mix, and a 20-ounce can of apple pie filling. Now, he wanted to find the sugar-free apple pie filling. He couldn't, so this one had loads and loads and loads of sugar.
Yes.
And
unfortunately. No sugar added.
No sugar added.
Yes.
Now, this whole container that he has right here is 1,200 calories. Actually, 1,230. And you're telling me that now it's sat in the freezer for just a little bit to get a nice chill on it, set up a bit. You don't freeze it. He's like, don't freeze it. It will not become ice cream texture. That's not how it works. This is your response, your capability of having a wonderful dessert, low calorie, packed with protein.
Yes. Here's the thing about this.
I feel ridiculous saying it.
That's because you haven't tried it.
That's true.
Now,
it might be great.
A lot of people do it with cherry pie filling. I asked you, would you rather have cherry pie or apple pie? And you said, give me the apple pie.
Because I'm an American.
And then that was like a week ago when he acted positive about this. Then I actually brought the stuff in, and he's been nothing but a negative Nancy ever since.
It may be fantastic. I can't wait to try it.
Well, but here's the deal. If we did make the swap and use the no sugar added pie filling,
right?
It goes from this whole container from 1,230 calories to 740 calories.
That's amazing.
Now, what I want you to do, pick that up.
Oh, yeah, it's heavy. It's 2 pounds of yogurt. It was 20 ounces, so a little over a pound of apple. And somehow, through some chemical reaction, it has also lead. Okay, so there it is, and it's got the coloring of the pudding, right? Of the stuff, and it's got little chunks of apple in there, big pieces of apple. So what am I supposed to just dish myself out?
Yeah, dish yourself out some. Now here's another right key there, to this. Okay. If you are someone that you're not,
yeah, that looks like slurry.
If you're not a huge fan,
there it is.
If you're not a huge fan of Greek yogurt, the secret is this right here.
What is that right there?
It is original dairy whipped topping from Kroger. Now you can, of course.
So this is dairy. What is dairy whipped? Made with real cream. It must be good for you.
Yes.
Okay.
So
2 tablespoons is 15 calories.
Yeah.
Okay. So you shake it. Right. You do the hokey pokey. Throw a little bit on there.
Now.
Okay. That got everywhere.
Now I would say between the two of us, we killed a quarter of this.
Okay.
So.
And we're grown men, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, this right here, if you use the no sugar added pie filling, that's less than 100 calories.
Okay. But because we use the sugar added pie filling, this is 9 million calories.
Right. No, it's actually what? We said it was what, 1,400 calories?
1,250.
1,200. So it's a little over 100.
Okay. And you're telling me I'm not going to get the Greek yogurt out of this?
You'll get some Greek yogurt. I'm not saying that it's going to be totally and completely Greek yogurt free, but it'll be more Greek yogurt curious.
All right. Do I have to do this first? No, you do it. You do it first.
I'll do
it
it
first. You show us. You show us how it's done. What is the name of this dessert?
Just look on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever for cherry Greek yogurt pie filling dessert.
Why don't we just post it at eatdrinksmokeshow.com?
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay.
So they call it cherry pie filling Greek yogurt dessert.
Yes.
This is the apple pie filling Greek yogurt dessert. We can come up with a better name.
Yeah, but people use pumpkin sometimes.
Right.
Pumpkin pie filling, cherry, apple, blueberry, whatever you want.
What does your imagination tell you?
The world is your oyster.
It's like the Bob Ross of desserts.
Yeah. Okay, here we
All
go.
right, he's going in. He's going in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he took a big bite. He took a big bite. Oh, he took a big bite. You got him a little bit on the mustache. He didn't get it.
This is fantastic. I'm sorry. I think it's fantastic.
I'm going in.
Especially to think that this whole bowl, which by the way, we didn't weigh the bowl ahead of time. This bowl weighs 2 pounds.
I'm going in. I'm doing it.
Oh my goodness.
It smells fine.
Yeah. He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's not doing the Saginaw Swish.
Oh no, that's fine.
Right?
That's fine.
For a dessert that would be and really it is a little bit sweeter, but not all that much sweeter with the regular pie filling. When you get the sugar or the no sugar added pie filling, you don't. It's not that much different than this. And I'm telling you,
it still has what everybody hoped it would have, that Greek yogurt tang. I don't know. I get why you would do it. I understand it.
For a dessert that's less than 100 calories, look, you do. I'm ashamed to admit this.
Are you ashamed?
Are you
really ashamed? I want to see your shame. That's not shame.
There have been times in my life where I love Cherry Garcia.
Oh, the ice cream.
Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. There have been times I've consumed a whole pint in one sitting.
Correct.
There's probably more, and I don't have the calorie count in front of me, but I'm fairly positive that the no sugar added pie filling.
I'm doing my research right now.
That whole 22-pound container of this dessert has less calories than a pint of Cherry Garcia ice cream.
A pint of Cherry Garcia ice cream. Well, if a half a cup is 240 calories, you do the math. I can't do that math. Let me click over here. Hold on. Let me get to a pint.
I'll keep eating.
And boom. And we'll do one. And
this fills you up. That's the other thing.
It won't tell me.
It won't?
I have no idea. We live in the world of AI, and I can't get an answer to how many damn calories are in a pint. Just answer my question. Don't make my life difficult.
There are 2 cups in a pint.
So a pint is 480 calories?
You said a half a cup was 200.
Is it a half a cup?
I thought you said a half a cup was a serving. And if a half...
so there are 2 cups in a pint, and a half a cup. So 480 for 480 is 960.
There are more calories in a pint of Cherry Garcia than there is in that entire 22-pound container of Greek yogurt apple kaboom.
Yeah. Also, of all the Ben and Jerry's flavors, Cherry Garcia is the worst one.
Oh, what's the best?
I don't know, but cherries and ice cream is not good.
Wow.
I have. Is that an unpopular opinion? I have spoken. I apologize to no one. Eat, drink, smoke it is your cigar bourbon foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That's Fingers Malloy. Find it all at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. What?
Well, I know what we're going to do here. We are going to discuss the cigar. We're going to discuss the bourbon. And there's no way at this point that we can add anything to the discussion because this dessert has completely screwed up our palates.
Oh yes. The apple pie
Kaboom.
Greek yogurt dessert. Yes, that was my name. That's what I was going to name it. Apple pie kaboom, you bastard. He was discussing how the name of this dessert, this trend on TikTok, was the apple pie Greek yogurt dessert. I'm like, it needs a better name. And I was going to call it apple pie kaboom. And then here you come. You are the worst. You are awful. Stole my name.
I'm sorry. It's a good name, though.
Actually, I was going to call it apple pie kaboomer. That's my little twist on it. If you don't have the recipe, it's over at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Fingers Malloy is all about this dessert. High in protein, low in calories for the health conscious, because as you know, Fingers Malloy is a fitness influencer.
That's true. That's what it says on my X profile. But let's be honest about something, Tony.
Sure.
You've been mocking me the entire episode about this, and you took a healthy portion out of that bowl.
Yeah, because it tastes like apple pie. You put whipped cream on it. You did everything in the world to mask the Greek yogurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, between the vanilla, sugar-free vanilla pudding mix,
Right.
and the whipped topping, it takes 80% of the Greek yogurt sting away.
Right. Now we could just take away the other 20%.
But unfortunately, after you finish, it does do something to the palate.
Oh, yeah, because we're smoking the Liar's Bench Silver Tongue, which is a 6 by 54 Dominican puro Corojo wrapper. It is Habano in the binder, Dominican in the filler, $13.50 a stick. And I said, I am a no on this cigar, although I happen to like Liar's Bench. I've had some of the other cigars. They've got 3 different makes. It does. It tastes differently. That spice brightness that it had, because we had the dessert, is gone.
Yes.
Gone. So whatever I said before, go with that. Right now, it's just lovely. I'm having a ball.
And that's the thing, that's one of the reasons why we don't go into a whole point system and really dive deep into a cigar review, because first of all of these things hit people differently. Then on top of it, you're influenced. You say it all the time when you write in your notebook, what did you eat today? What did you drink today? We had a pound and a half of Greek yogurt. That is going to have a huge impact on your palate. It has totally taken the spice away from me. I'm still getting a wood note, and that's about it.
Yeah.
On this cigar. And it's in my humidor as a nice kind of change of pace cigar at, you said $13.50 a stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have one of these in my humidor. I wouldn't mind smoking one of these once a month. Would I smoke it every day? No. But
I think some of the other ones from Liar's Bench, the Optimist is the one I had, which was a San Andreas wrapper. That's more where I would be. This it's just not my flavor profile. But I like the other one, so I'm more than willing to give it a shot. And that one, which is called the Optimist at $13.50, I would do. This one, the Silver Tongue, not for me. And we are drinking Old Granddad 114, where the answer is yes, absolutely, in your liquor cabinet, no question, 114 proof. It is for us the benchmark for what is bourbon. And I said to you, Fingers, I'm not even moving it to a cube. You should. Move it to, add a little bit of water to it, try it. Move it to a cube, try it. See the different ways it can happen. So ice, water brings down proof. That's what it does. Also, some flavors more muted, some flavors more pronounced. This is what water does. You have to try it that way. I've tried this enough to know I'm just doing it neat, kid.
he goes back in, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, he's drinking.
Oh, it goes good with Greek yogurt.
Well, that's what I was wondering. It was an apple pie-esque dessert. Wonder what it would have been like if we would have put a little bourbon in it.
Actually, the heat is still there and the sweetness is gone because the sweetness is overwhelmed by the dessert and the apple pie filling. Hey, listen, it's an occupational hazard at this stage of the game for us. This is what we do. We eat things, we drink things, we smoke things. It's kind of the gig.
Yeah. All right.
You're gonna go in?
Yeah. We're gonna.
You didn't add any water to that. Oh my gosh, you just did the whole thing. You just finished the whole thing from your Eat, Drink, Smoke Kinsey glass. Right there.
That's good sipping.
Dude, that was not a sip.
Was it a gulp?
It was good gulping.
Yeah. Look, and maybe because I took more than a sip. You know what this is? That is a bourbon sorbet. I don't have any Greek yogurt on my palate anymore.
It's all clean?
It's all clean. This house is clean now.
Fingers, you got this dessert recipe, which we'll have at eatdrinksmokeshow.com from social media. Any other good social media trends you have for us? Anything else you'd like to share with the nation?
I wish I would have pulled up some of these videos I'm seeing, because there seems to be a trend on social media, and it disgusts me. You know how I like to say, Tony, all the time, that men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
Now, that he does say all the time. That he does say all the time. I would go so far as to say, that's fair.
Yeah. There is a social media trend where men shave their beards, and they record themselves shaving their beards, and they're not telling their significant other that they're shaving the beard. And then they videotape their girlfriends, their wives' reaction. And it's appalling to see the reaction from these wives. It's like they treat this beard as if it was their husband's entire identity, their whole essence. They're disgusted. I've seen women actually run out of the room in tears because their husband shaved a beard. And a lot of the times, we're not talking about a beard where you could tell that the guy had gravy a couple of hours ago. I'm talking about sometimes it looks like it's no more than a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. And just the fact that the guy may have had it for 5 years and is clean shaven, the reactions are just outrageous. And the only thing I could think of is if the situations were reversed and they did something radical to their hair or something, and a man reacted that way.
Okay. You know you're wrong, right? If you came home and your wife had shaved her head, would there be no reaction?
That's the same thing.
You're changing the whole look. There's something that they've become accustomed to, used to, maybe like, maybe attracted to. And now that was taken away.
But it grows back. All you have to say is, you know what? It's like if say you were dating Sally Field. And
hold on. Wait. What year are we talking about?
1971. She's got a bob. I don't know.
Is that Gidget Sally Field? We're not yet into Smokey and the Bandit Sally Field.
No, probably not at that point.
Okay, I want to be at Smokey and the Bandit Sally Field,
and
just to be safe.
And she had shoulder length hair, and then she came home one day. She went to the beauty parlor and she wore that thing on her head, and she got her hair did,
right.
And she took 4 inches off of her hair, and
from a bob.
Say she had shoulder length hair,
okay,
and took 4 or 5 inches off, and turned it into a bob, and if a man looked at that and ran out of the room, first of all, you're nuts. But secondly, I think that's a horrible reaction. Just say, you know what? You look lovely. It'll grow back, right?
First of all, exactly how manly is this show that we're talking about bobs?
Sally Field in the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect. Sally Field in the 70s or Carrie Fisher in the 70s?
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher?
Yeah.
Just because they're crazy?
Yeah.
Just for the crazy. That is correct. That is correct.
Now, do you feel better about this conversation now that we turned it to that? Yeah, okay.
I do now that it makes sense.
So you think that the women are justified for leaving the room in tears because their husband shaved their beard?
I think for that they're emotional cripples. I think being shocked or being like, why would you do such a thing? I don't think is very odd.
That's an adult reaction.
No, running and leaving the room? No, it's just... There is no more time to delay. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is Fingers Malloy. On YouTube, just look for Eat, Drink, Smoke and check out all the videos and find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Fingers, we've been so busy chit-chatting, jibber-jabbering, doing all the things that we do, we have forgotten about, and it is time for News of the Week.
Well, Tony, there's been a trend on this show to crap on airlines.
What?
We've had a lot of stories recently that did not play favorable to airlines. Last week, it was, I believe, an Australian airline that was going to start charging you for carry-on baggage. If you're going to stow it above there, they were going to...
In the overhead bin?
In the overhead bin, they were going to charge you a fee. Well, here's some good news.
Ooh.
For travelers. Allegiant Airlines made an announcement that they are now...
Okay. It's good news, and it starts with Allegiant. I can't wait.
Are you being a snob about Allegiant Airlines?
No, not at all. They're a fine airline. My mother-in-law takes them. Allegiant. When you need to get there, nothing else is available. Allegiant.
Wow.
Allegiant Airlines. We have seats.
Now, you and I, at one point, have both flown Spirit Airlines.
Allegiant Airlines. What do you think of us now, Spirit? Huh? No, Allegiant's fine. Allegiant's fine. I mean, a true budget airline, it's fine. No issues whatsoever.
I could tell.
Allegiant Airlines, the official airline of Eat, Drink, Smoke, until Delta comes calling. Allegiant. We'll take second place gladly. Why am I picking on Allegiant? They've never done anything to me.
I have no idea.
I will admit, I don't like their website. I don't like the way they do the whole their seating system and figuring everything out. It's too cumbersome. And they save the pricing for the end, and I want to know where I'm at earlier. So don't do that to me anymore, Allegiant.
I've never really noticed a difference between their price policy and other airlines.
It's just that the pricing comes at the very end after you put in all your information as opposed to getting the price and then deciding if that's the ticket you want.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay, because as far as all the other charges and things like that, they nickel and dime you like everyone else.
Everybody's doing it the way they're doing it. I agree.
Yeah. Well, Allegiant Airlines, Tony.
Wait, you want me to do another one?
Sure, go ahead.
Allegiant Airlines, because nothing else flies to my airport.
They're now offering complimentary soda, juice, and water on all flights.
Allegiant Airlines has been my favorite airline for years. And people ask me, Tony Katz, why do you fly Allegiant? And I say, well, listen, some people fly for the free soft drinks. I fly for the personalized service, the great care, the clean cabins, and most importantly, the pilots who are always sober. Allegiant Airlines, that's my airline. Make it yours today.
Of course, the only soda available is Shasta.
Allegiant Airlines, pretending it's 1976 since 1976.
No, that's not true about the Shasta. I just like saying Shasta. It's fun to say, like onomatopoeia and filibuster. They're fun words.
Honestly, you dug yourself this hole. You get out of it.
So now they're going to offer complimentary beverages on all their flights.
So smart. Just smart and the right thing to do, except doesn't everybody do this?
No.
You don't pay for a Diet Coke on a plane.
Yeah.
On the budget airlines, maybe you do.
Yeah, you do.
Is that right?
Yes.
I don't know. I fly first class.
There it is. There it is.
I apologize for nothing. Oh, are you in coach? Pity.
Wow. But here's the thing.
But this is right. This is make it just a little bit easier. I have made this argument now for 1,000,000 years. If there was an airline that took out all the middle seats, physically ripped out the middle seat, all you had were the seats, and they actually treated you like a person, and you got an actual snack or an actual meal, people would pay for that ticket to actually have normal and service. They'll pay out the nose or any other orifice they can find. This is where we're at. Not everybody wants all the budget all the time.
Did you just mention Delta?
I sure did.
People.com, where I got this story. You dig a little further in the piece.
Is that where you get all your airline and air news?
Yes, that and all my news on People. People magazine, people.com. The news comes as other major airlines have announced reductions in food and beverage services on various flights. In May, Delta ended its free snack and drink service in economy for flights under 350 miles, impacting 450 flights daily.
Yeah. That's why I fly American Airlines. American, because I love my country.
On American, flights under 250 miles are limited to non-alcoholic drinks by request only.
Hold on. I don't understand what that means.
I don't understand what that means either. But here's what I was going to ask you about the Allegiant thing. People are going to ruin this, right? People are going to sit in row 27D and say, "Stewardess, I would like 17 Diet Cokes, please.
That's not happening.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not.
You sure about that?
10,000%. That's not happening. It's going to be 20.
Wrote 20 or 20 Diet Cokes?
Yes. Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, Rod Stewart apparently will not be flying anytime soon. He is... Wait till I'm done.
Oh, no. Can we fix this in post? Dang it.
Rod Stewart has called off upcoming dates on his North American One Last Time farewell tour after undergoing a routine coronary stent procedure.
Oh, really?
Yes. So the 81-year-old singer was scheduled to perform in Ohio on August 9th, but canceled the show at the last minute, citing an unforeseen but minor medical procedure. But he has assured fans that he's already feeling better.
Okay. Now, I know that Mrs. Malloy, Agnes,
yes,
huge Rod Stewart fan.
I've been married to Agnes now.
Right.
For 53 years.
And you had Agnes Jr. and then Agnes III.
Right. Which is shocking that we've been married so long because I'm only 37 years old. She has been a closeted Rod Stewart fan the entire time we were married. I had no idea.
Fear of mocking from you?
That was the exact explanation I got halfway through the show. Because she was at the show dancing like she had never danced before.
No.
Yeah, I took her to the show. It was a last minute decision because I got on a secondary ticket site and tickets were $6. So the day of, I said, "You like Rod Stewart, don't you?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, I got tickets." And so we went to the show and she's dancing. And I want to like Rod Stewart. I like his voice, but unfortunately, what accompanies his voice are his songs, and the songs are terrible.
I would say this about Rod Stewart, and I don't want to upset Agnes at all. Agnes is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked Agnes. Mm-hmm. I would rather fly Allegiant Air.
Wow.
I would. But Allegiant Airlines. It's the Rod Stewart of airlines.
We wish Rod a speedy recovery.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, a stent isn't even. He's right. It is minor these days.
But he's 81.
It's still a thing. I agree. I agree. But I love the fact that he's 81. He's going to get this done. He's like, yeah, I'm going back on tour.
Yeah, first farewell tour.
The ladies need to see me in my hot pants.
We showed up at that concert. Like I said, I'm 37. We were the two youngest people there.
That's so great.
There were people in their 70s and 80s at that show.
By the way, really quick, you were at the Foo Fighters show in Detroit, Ford Field. Good?
Awesome. Fantastic show. Would go see him if you can. And you?
I went to see Weird Al Yankovic, Central Indiana. 2 hours of nonstop. Oh my gosh, what is happening in front of me? The songs, the video specials in between, the costume changes. He wore the fat suit from Fat.
It's amazing.
He did it all. Came out on a Segway for White and Nerdy. It was take the kids, don't take the kids. It was an incredible show.
And that, I can only imagine the age range for that show must have been
2 to 187.
Yeah.
And Rod Stewart was there too. Absolutely. The old Granddad 114. Drink that right now. The Liar's Bench Silver Tongue. More spites than I want to do, but Liar's Bench, nice work overall. This is Eat, Drink, Smoke.